Are you aware that both, as with the task team, have been in existence for 7 years and they continue to be in existence?
Yes, I am aware, but not exactly in that way. I'm aware of, for instance, existence of Manguzi, and from time to time they get withdrawn, as I heard a few months ago. But I'm aware of their existence.
Why does their long-term existence not be cause for concern for you, such that you issue a disbandment letter for those task teams similar to the PKTT one of the 31st of December 2024? I trust that there is a reason.
They are of concern. They are of concern. In the first place, well, there's a slight difference.
Yes.
Lockdown is a kind of an operation, again, working in the same kind of principle. Let's say, for convenience, it's a task team, and so on. It is of concern. Let me indicate what the concern is about, and we were about to land on them to show that there's a concern, not because I'm now facing a commission, but because of the concerns that we were continuously, or grave concerns, not just concerns, getting in Cape Town, in the Western Cape, about violent situation there, indicating gaps in the huge gaps, if you look at their existence on one hand and levels of violence in that. It could be concluded that they haven't performed up to the level that is required. And I discussed this with National Commissioner on a number of occasions. At one point, we had a discussion on the phone for 1 hour. And I said I requested National Commissioner to deploy intelligence in Cape Town to check why there is consistent, seemingly growing violence in that, despite what efforts have been made there, and so on. So I am aware the concern is there. On the question of Manguzi, there is a same concern that at one point when there is a flare-up, minister would go there and then they would seemingly work for a while. And I know that recently, maybe 3 or so months ago, I received reports from the ground that they had been withdrawn and criminal activities went up in that particular area. So there is a concern. We haven't really been as effective as we would need to be in terms of the demands of the people or expectations of the people of Manguzi. So both of them are of concern. But you couldn't do everything at the same time.
Why not? It impacts different places around the country. It's not like if you disestablished the operation lockdown in the Western Cape, that would further prejudice KZN. I don't understand why they could not be disestablished at the same time, because they are in two different regions, in 2 different provinces.
Well, what got us to attend to PKTT
Yes.
is different from what we are talking about. PKTT gets in the form of us looking at organizational structures through orientation as we came, and we've become aware of that and how it should have been dealt with in terms of the work study and all of that. While in the Western Cape one, it's in accordance with what I would regard as reinforcement of specialized units that are there, getting beefed up and so on. It's not to say there is no concern and so on. So in the PKTT issues are different from this in the sense that this one flows from the organizational structure studies to say we have this kind of a team. The intention was this and this and this, and that would have been determined by existence of newly established specialized units, which is not what applies in the Western Cape. And the concerns in the Western Cape are not structural, historically structural. It's just the way, it's just performance-based purely. So there are those differences.
Yes, thank you, Minister. I hope you have your statement close by.
Correct.
Yes, and I would like to refer you to page 60 of your statement. You touched on this, I think yesterday morning.
Yes.
And I would like to refer you to paragraph 180, and that's where you quote the report of General Masemola of the 22nd January 2025.
180.
180, paragraph 180 at page 60.
Oh, yes, I have it.
And I think you read part of that into
Yes.
the record.
Correct.
That quotation starts with General Masemola. I think it was in response to a parliamentary question.
No, it is taken from the preliminary report.
Yes, thank you for the correction. And the first sentence reads, the task team has undeniably achieved and far exceeded the purpose for which it was established. I'll stop there. Do you agree or you disagree with that statement?
I agree with the statement. And I'm cautious in doing so because of what the chair of the commission said yesterday in another context.
Okay.
Who said, you go and disestablish via your directive, but you didn't know at that time that on the 22nd you would receive a report that was like this. I accepted that, but I knew that internally I did have this thing that when I wrote the directive, yes, I didn't have this report. I conceded that. But I did say that I am from KZN. I am in the environment that PKTT is in and SAPS are in relation to KZN. I'm aware of certain things. One of that is that political killings have since gone down, particularly from 2023 in KZN. And it was in that part. So it is in that context that I'm saying I agree with that statement that by and large they have achieved. Violence in relation to political killings has gone down, and PKTT or NPKTT has been a factor among other factors. As I would have indicated, but I agree with the statement.
Okay, thank you. Before I get to my next point, and it's because you've done this a few times, I think all the witnesses that have appeared before the commission as an abbreviation called the task team PKTT, I note in your statement, and you just corrected yourself once again, you add an N before the PKTT. And I think yesterday in engagement with the chair, you explained that it's a national, political killings task team. What